Hey, Thursday. Hope you're having a great Thursday so far and that the rest of your Thursday is great too because you are amazing. Driving to work this morning and I am thinking about an interaction I had with a colleague the other day. I was just in my room in the morning and my morning routine is I get to school, usually about a half an hour early-ish before the little people come. And I'm just in my room, and as soon as I get into my room, I put down my bag, I plug in my laptop, and drink my coffee. But also one of the first things that I do is turn on my music in my room. And every day I got something else playing in there, and it's usually anything from Queensryche to Tom Misch to Tony Bennett playing in my room. Louis Armstrong, doesn't matter. I have a very, eclectic taste in music, and it's blaring out of my room down the hallway, and I'm enjoying it, and it seems that my colleagues enjoy it too. And one of my colleagues went by my room, was like, came back and stuck her head in my room. She said, I just love going past your room in the morning. And I thought about that, and she had this big smile on her face, and I thought about that and how glad I was, because there can be the opposite side of that is, man, I hate going by your room in the morning. Nobody's ever said that. But I thought about it because I wasn't really doing anything. I was just being who I am, and the scenario that I was in was a draw for that particular colleague. And a lot of times I have that same thing, and this is not about me, but I just thought about the dynamic. It's just I wasn't really doing anything. It was just being myself, and that was that draw and that scenario, the things that how I am and what I was doing was a draw for that particular colleague on that day. And it was a reminder that we have the ability to be a draw or a drain, to attract or to repel people. And some of that draw or drain, attract or repel, is just the natural course of life. You can just be who you are, and you could be somebody who is, a smiley, encouraging, uplifting person who walks around with sacks of cash to give to people, and, free ice cream cones from Stewart's, and a certain number of people will be mad at you anyway. Most people will be drawn to that, of what you're doing and who you are as you smile and hand them money. But some people will find fault with that anyway, and so that's on them, but not you. But as you go through the course of your life, we have a choice to whether we're going to be a draw or a drain, or whether we're going to attract or repel people based on, and I used to tell this to my kids all the time, and I still tell it to them, about just being who they are, and I don't like this, I'm ugly or whatever, and I would always tell them, you can't look ugly, and I would tell them the only thing that can make you ugly is your attitude. And it's so true. And I think sometimes if we find that we're in a spot where we're a constant repellent or a constant drain to those around us, and people don't want to be around us, we should maybe take a gauge on how we are and who we are, and see if we can't make some adjustments in some area. Because I'm a firm believer that God has made each one of us a masterpiece, and a masterpiece is usually a draw for the folks that encounter it. And if it's not that way with us, it's maybe that somebody other than the artist is messing up the masterpiece, and or somebody other than the maker is messing up the masterpiece. So we can decide, hey, let me figure out how I'm messing up this masterpiece, because I'm meant to be a draw to people. I'm meant to be an attractant to people. As a masterpiece, and what am I doing and how am I being that is repelling people or is a draw to people, and we can adjust those things. And again, some of it's just not everybody's personalities are going to match, and that's fine. But if it's a constant folks around you are like, ooh, I don't want to be over there, or they're like, hey, drawn to you, those are things to keep doing, because to me, that's a little bit how life's to go. So as you go today, think about, am I a draw or a drain? Am I attracting or repelling people by how I am and what I'm doing? And make a little adjustments around the way, because you are a masterpiece and you are made to be a draw and an attraction. So anyway, get out there today, folks. Gain yards in all you do. And please take care of your mindset because it matters. I love you. Peace.